rookies at a position over the preseason. Peter talks with quarterbacks, I did running backs, Kay Adams handled receivers, and Nate will pick up defensive rookies. So what we do is we track them through the whole preseason. Who is the best second and third? And then moving on week after week, how do they advance or fall off that medal stand? We'll be updating those rankings based on that week of play. So let's kick things off with Pete Schrags and his rookie quarterback rankings. Peter, let's take a look at where your rankings were last week.
Let's see last week's here, because we came out of this thing and I was like, Wilson's 1, Fields was outstanding 2, Lawrence was 3. We've had a shakeup.
Okay.
We've had a shakeup after 2 weeks. Now these are cumulative, so we're taking all the games in. All right. Justin Fields has moved down.
Okay.
Justin Fields has moved down. Now my new list, Justin Fields is 3 on my new list. Let's get rid of that here. Justin Fields is 3. I think Fields played well, but Mitch Trubisky was the story on Saturday. Fields certainly didn't light it up to the point where we're like, okay, here's our surefire. Now, granted, he's playing with the 3s and the 4s. It wasn't the same deal as what other guys are dealing with. We're all playing with the starters. Fields is 3. 2. Let's insert Trey Lance into the conversation. He had the one beautiful pass the first time that he got on the field against the Chiefs, but on Sunday night, it was a showcase. This guy has a howitzer for an arm. He can move, and I love the way he moderated with the offense with the ones. He was throwing the ball to Benjamin, to Sherfield, and he was getting the running backs involved as well. He was going back and forth with Garoppolo, and I love the way this offense responded once he got on the field. Trey Lance looks the part. He's number 2. And number 1.
Who's at the top?
For the second straight week.
Nice.
We go to the New York Jets, gangrene, and Zach Wilson is our number 1 rookie quarterback of the preseason thus far.
It's really pretty.
It looks so nice coming out of his hand. And look, he hit Tyler Kroft on about 11 passes, I think. That's what I said yesterday on the show.
2 touchdowns, yeah.
might have underrated. He might have had 15 catches and 10 touchdowns the way it felt, but just moved the ball right down the field. And I believe he's had 4 drives as a New York Jet quarterback, and we have seen enough. We know that this guy is the starter for week 1. He has it. He has something. You know, this play here, the little rollout, you showed it a bunch yesterday, Kyle. I love the way he moves in the pocket. I love the confidence. I love what Rodgers had to say. Now, I don't know if we're giving out medals, if we're giving out trophies at the end, but this might be a runaway. Zach Wilson 1, Lance 2, Fields 3, Lawrence, Mac Jones, Sam Ellinger, Ian Book, nowhere to be found. We've got only 3. They can't all make the list. We're going Wilson, Lance, and Fields as my 1, 2, and 3. How about running backs?
Let's get into it. Let's see what I had last week as we tracked the rookie running backs through their preseason. This is a week ago. Medal stand. Ramondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots, Peter's guy Chuba Hubbard of the Panthers, and then the first-round pick out of Alabama, Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we got a shakeup. We got a big shakeup. All kinds of action here. Let's start with number 3, Jarrett Patterson of the Washington football team. This is a friend of the show, undrafted out of Buffalo. Little guy where he put up massive numbers in college. An absolute stats maniac that Pete Schrags got deep into in the offseason. He broke off some nice runs against Cincinnati. Looked tough.
Just look at him. He's 5'5".
Very small, Jarrett Patterson. And yes, he does have a twin brother named James Patterson who's killing it in the beach novel circuit. Wow. Jarrett Patterson came out. Look at it. We got him on special teams. This is what gets you on the medal stand. Yeah. Jarrett, welcome. You know the Ron Rivera teams want to run the football. They'll try to do it with him. Number 2, Najee Harris. Najee Harris coming in at 2. We saw this play. Now, Jeff Okudah, the star corner that they drafted a couple of years back, got knocked to the ground on this. There was absolutely no Okudah Matata, as Nate used to say. This is more of a be prepared, which he was not. Look at the move right here. Yes, a terrifying song. So Najee Harris just kind of coasting through the medal stand, number 2. But number 1, for the second week in a row, Ramondre Stevenson.
Bowling ball.
2 more touchdowns this week. He is the leading rusher in the preseason. He's going 7.7 yards per carry. Guys, he is having as good of a preseason as you can possibly have for a rookie. You want to know how I know? Back in the day, there's another running back who got a lot of work in the preseason. I want to give you a side-by-side with he and Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots. Give it to me right now. Give me my full screen. Ramondre Stevenson versus...
Let's go.
Oh, do we have it? Who knows? Yes. Nope, that's not it.
Who is
That's
it?
Okay. I was under the impression that we had a side-by-side here in the television business, but Ramondre is first, then Najee Harris, then Jarrett Patterson. So Ramondre, we have a dynasty. 2 weeks in a row. What I was going to show you was that he is way ahead of Derrick Henry in his rookie preseason. Derrick Henry got a lot of work, a lot of touches, and he's not. There it is. That's it. Right on time. 193 to 216 touchdowns, and only in 2 games. They're creating 4. Wow. So what I'm saying is, Ramondre Stevens is going to rush for 2,000 yards in this league. Just book it right
just
now.
Give him 7 years.
That's it. 7 years. In 2028, he'll rush for 2,000.
Like, this is the NFL?
Yes. It's pretty easy.
Simple.
Adams,
easy.
wide out.
Michael Carter belong on that list?
Oh, I love my Michael Carter.
Gotta get Michael Carter on the map.
Only 3.
Yeah,
only so many
only
Jets.
3. All right. How do I put this nicely? The rookie wide receivers just aren't doing anything. They didn't do anything the first preseason week. If we take a look at it, these were the rankings last week, and it was like, oh, he had 1 snap. He played on special teams. There were some nice things. There's some nice moments we can latch on to. We don't have the full screen. That's okay. Something crashed.
Hey!
Okay, so these were the breaks last week. Jalen Waddle, Rondale Moore, Terrace Marshall Jr. Let's see if they get shaken up at all. They do, in fact, at the number 3 spot. I'm going to insert somebody that Shranks, what list did you have Jalen Darden?
This was my favorite diamond in the rough pick for the draft. Is that Jalen Darden?
This was a draft one? Okay, so he's 5'7". Here's what you guys watching need to know about Jalen Darden. He's another weapon, as if the Bucs needed one. They didn't, but he's a 4th rounder out of North Texas. He had dynamic playmaking ability out there, a couple of nice punt returns. He had a 19-yarder, added a couple of catches as well. And he said this to Peter King the other day about his first meeting with Tom Brady. Tom's apparently said to him, hey, Jalen, happy to have you on the team. Studied your film. Then he took the time to help him. Rondale Moore here, as you're seeing, is number 2. He hasn't put up crazy numbers or anything, but we get some good tastes of what he's capable of, which is what we love. Nice little toss from Colt McCoy. He's crazy quick. We love to watch him. Couple catches, flashing versatility. 1 catch from Kyler. Kyler wasn't out there long. Cannot wait to see the full experience. And at number 1, would you guess that I like the Panthers?
What is with you and the Panthers, Kay?
I don't know. I really like Terrace Marshall, though. He's leading all rookies in receiving this preseason. 3rd in the NFL overall. Guess what he's averaging yards per catch?
14.
23.
Hey!
23 yards per catch. Big target. He's fast. He's got hands. I love seeing it for him. It was upsetting seeing him fall from a productive 1st rounder all the way to the end of the 2nd round, but there were some concerning medical reports. He looks pretty fresh out there, if you ask me. And going to obviously to Carolina, he gets to reunite with his old buddy from LSU, Joe Brady. Those two are clearly clicking so far.
No doubt about it. Darden is going to do damage with the Bucs.
You like that guy?
Oh yeah, quick, fast.
I mean, Tom Brady doesn't study your tape if he's not going to make you special. And he apparently sat with him and was like, when you're in the corners over here, I'm going to put the ball here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a sign.
It's about time we get a good special teams returner back in the game.
Let's go.
We haven't seen a really good one in quite some time. All right, so I've got the defensive rookies. Let's see what Sean O'Hara did last week.
Ooh.
I'm going to pick up where he left off. Number 1 linebacker, okay, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And then we have Rashad Weaver from the Titans, linebacker, then Quincy Roach. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this again. I'm going to switch it up.
You're going to go all
mix it up. Yeah. Number 3. Can you see my list? We got Elijah Molden. He was a 3rd round pick, and I'm partial to the 3rd rounders. He was all over the place, Shregs. You're right about that. He's playing for the Titans out of University of Washington. Shout out to the Huskies. 2nd preseason game, 8 tackles. That led the team. 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. Tyrann Mathieu said this about him. People will regret not drafting him sooner.
Tyrann Mathieu's talking about him?
Yes, and you know he knows good defenders. But yeah, he can play nickel. He's a guy that can move around, and he loves to hit. Physical.
Look at him.
Physical. I like that. Helmet off, yelling, barking in the preseason. We love a good cornerback like that.
Reminds me of Cortland Finnegan.
He does, though.
Talk about it.
Right, he's including no helmet.
Talk about it. Hope there ain't no Andre Johnson out there. All right, so let's keep this thing going. Number 2, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Okay, he slides a little bit to number 2, but this linebacker is an absolute beast. He is a wrecking shop. His speed, his athletic ability.
Nate, what do you think of a linebacker wearing 28?
It's a little confusing, but you know what it does,
It's a safety.
It makes you think he's a safety.
Well, he is that size.
He is that size, and he has safety speed. So think about it when you're a quarterback and you're trying to identify the linebacker. You're like, wait, that's not him. Safety, linebacker. And then he gets on the edge and he's coming to sack you. So, yeah, he's a beast. That first preseason game, as you guys may know, 8 tackles, 3 of those were for a loss. So he is smacking dudes in the backfield. And Jacob Phillips suffered a bicep injury last week, so that could lead to more snaps for him. All right, number 1, Joe Tryon Shoyinka?
Yeah.
I believe I said that right. Hopefully I did. He added his father's last name. So, he wanted to extend his name, but you know what? He's also extending his playing time by making plays out there on the field. 32nd overall pick to the Bucs. They're just adding defenders. It seems like that everything's going right for them right now.
It's crazy.
What's he going to do? They got 15 starters back on defense alone.
And they got 12 linebackers, and they're all coming downhill, smacking the snot out of guys.
Nacho, Nunez Roches, came out and said, I thought I could be a first-round pick. Then I see what this guy's doing, and I realize I am not a first-round pick.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
how good he looks.
And he took some snaps on special. You know when you're good when a really good linebacker has to take snaps on special teams. So they might have the best special teams in all of football, the Buccaneers, especially with Darton as well. So
they're loaded.
Sheesh.
Did we miss somebody?
Probably.
Let us know. Let us know which rookies we
Complain.
missed. It's rookie risers. Please complain at GMFB. We've got a very special toe drag swag on the way in honor of Nate's last week here on the show. Looks like we're going to see Dak Prescott